drawing. So right now we're about to go drawing at the park, and there's ships and stuff. It's gonna be cool. Let's go. Life drawing is a lot of fun. It's when you go outside to a park or a zoo or any space, really, and you draw what you see, exactly how you see it. So, to do this, what you're going to need is a backpack to carry all your art supplies, some sun protection, because you're going to be probably walking around a lot, and speaking of walking, you're going to need some comfy kicks. You might not feel very dope carrying all this stuff around, but trust me, you look dope as heck. If you feel intimidated or uncomfortable or get anxiety about drawing in public, bring a friend. This is fun.
It is fun. We draw all the boats now.
And if a stranger comes up to you and asks you what you're drawing, or worse, requests a drawing from you, because people can kind of look over your shoulder and not stop talking to you, or or asked to look at your sketchbook, kick them in the kneecaps. I'm just kidding, guys. Violence is never the answer.
That was stupid.
Just walk away or say no. Be as polite as possible. This is about you. You're out here drawing from life to make yourself a better artist. You're recording a visual glossary for yourself of the world around you, and this comes in handy when you need to draw a scene for a comic or an animation, or do a background or practice perspective. When you go out, draw people that spark your interest. Don't feel like you have to draw something. Draw what attracts you. Record human interactions. Draw animals. People watch. There's so many crazy, quirky things that people do that they don't realize they're doing, and you can collect them all in your sketchbook. It's also really fun if you're with a friend, or even if you're by yourself, to make up fake lives in your head for the people who are walking past, like based off of little things that they're wearing, or maybe things that they're doing, or the way they're interacting with someone. Just make up something. Who cares, eh? And boom, there you go. You got a character. Don't be shy about drawing backgrounds, or trees, or buildings, or animals. This is literally the best practice you can get for those kinds of things. If you see it and it terrifies you because you think you can't draw it, then you should probably draw it. Just do it. Even if it turns out bad, who cares? You can at least say you tried, so just go for it. Even if while you're drawing it, it doesn't exactly make sense to you, just keep drawing exactly what's in front of you. Usually I bring all the art supplies I have in my backpack. I leave my gouaches and some of my more serious paints at home. If I'm going out, the only paint I'll bring is some watercolor. While I was out, I forgot to bring a bottle of water for my watercolors, so they didn't have any at the port. All they had was beer. So I watercolored with beer, and I got to drink some too. So, hey, resourcefulness! Personally, I like to use a micron instead of a pencil for sketching, just because it forces me to deal with the mistakes I make on a page, and that way I'm out of my own way, and instead of constantly trying to correct myself, I'm trying to make my mistakes work. Usually I give myself a couple hours, and I pick an area, and I go to a lot of different spots in that area. So this time we were at the park, and I just went to different sections of the park and drew them as we went along. Speaking of perspective, this is a great time to work on drawing realistic spaces being occupied by real things. So every month on this channel, we do a drawing prompt, and the challenge for June-July is going to be perspective. So go out there and do some life drawing. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Make sure you post on Tumblr with the hashtag TracyLArt, and at the end of the month I'll put together all the drawings that you guys send me, and we'll talk a little bit about them and what we've learned. So in our next video, I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks that I've found really helpful when drawing perspective to help you guys out with this month's challenge. That's all for now. Stay in touch at any of the links in the description bar. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Later!